Hello and welcome back to Growing Plot 21. If you're new here, my name is Mark, and today we are going on a road trip. We're heading over the Pennines, over to Leeds to meet Mal from the Veg Plot Man. He's got a few pallets and a few bits and bobs that I'm picking up, so I'm just going to head out to get the hire van and then come join me as we jump over the Pennines and go meet Mal, and he'll give us a tour of his plot. And we'll see how he's getting on over that side of the Pennines. Hello, well, we're in the van and we're off to Leeds, so I'll see you when we get there. So we've just arrived over the Pennines in Leeds, and I will head down and go meet Mal at his plot. And there he is now, there's the man.
Hey, Mark, how are we doing?
Doing good, you alright?
Yeah, really nice to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
So you're going to give us a look around?
Yeah, I'll give you a little tour, Mark. No problem.
See what you've been going on.
Did you get over all right?
Yeah, it was good.
Brilliant.
Good, nice direct route, which is nice.
Yeah.
The weather's out good, so that's good.
It has. It won't this morning.
I know, yeah.
But yeah, so here we are. This is what I call the front plot. As you know, we had two plots to start with, and I've decided that one's going. So I've transferred everything that I need onto this plot, and I still think I've got ample space here to grow what I need.
There's loads of space,
So obviously the log stores are behind you.
You've been building that, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been building this. I've still the guttering to put up. It's one of them jobs that I can't get round to. I've got an IBC tank there, hopefully to collect all the water, and then I'm going to be able to distribute that using pumps where I can.
Good.
My, what do you call it? It's compost bays.
Yeah, this is why we've come down to get the pallets. So hopefully mine will be looking. It's brilliant, isn't it? Your compost.
I mean the pallets. I mean it's simple. We've got some of the bigger pallets. So what you could probably do with yours is one big long pallet across the back.
Yeah.
And then 1, 2, 3 shorter pallets to create 2 compost bays.
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah.
I think 2's enough for this size plot.
So
if your plot is a similar size,
I think two
will
that
do.
Was the plan.
Yeah. Logs that I'm never getting round to chopping. I've got to get them done. And all my raised beds. These were all on the back plot. I brought these back. I brought all the soil back.
Yeah.
And salads and things like that are going to go in those. Parsnips in these. Onion bed. They're the other wintering onions.
Looking good.
Just give them a feed. And then we're on to tomatoes. My outdoor tomatoes. There'll probably be 4 or 5 in each hump. I put those bits of plastic over just to keep the soil warm, keep the weeds down, keep the moisture in. So I'll be planting into those when the weather picks up.
I'll be copying you with those tomatoes because I've had no luck at all.
Yeah, well hopefully that'll work for you. And then this is going to be my potato bed.
Nice and big for them.
Yeah. I think I'm going to grow them sort of that way.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and do some secondaries. Normally I do just main crop.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered messing about. But this year I think I'm going to do some secondaries just so I can get them a bit earlier. And then I just brought these. All these beds have been here 8 years, so all this wood's lasted. But don't get me wrong, it's ready to be changed. But I do have a contact in the scaffoldboarding game, so hopefully I'll get some more. I couldn't resist putting my bean canes up.
It's a good structure, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to put a couple across here just to strengthen it. But it would have damp a miserable day, and I thought when I see these go up, it cheers me up a little bit. So I put them up.
Makes you think like you're ready for the season.
Yeah. It's sort of like it gets you going. My garlic is doing well. Yeah, I've just give that a feed of chicken manure, so that'll just give them a little bit of a boost. My brassica cage that needs repairing, the snow got that, and I need to build another 2 of those to fit each bed. Then we've got the small greenhouse, which has got my my dahlias in and my cannas underneath. And this bed is going to be roses. I think I'm going to put some roses. I think it's quite nice. Traditional to have roses.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It'll look good.
Yeah. So this is work in progress. The front part. of the shed area. Back in the day, used to be able to come in that way and this way, hence where the stepping stones were. So I've got to fill that in, and my lean-to is going to house the fire, and that's something I'm hoping to start maybe this weekend. And another IBC that collects water off all those. So yeah, this is where the veg plot man lives.
It is, yeah. It's a good, decent size, isn't it?
Yeah. Rescued these. They're almost like an aconite design flags. The interlock. I had them on the back plot, so I'm trying to work out what I'm going to do with them. What I can do.
Will I make something?
Yeah. Maybe put something in the centre and cut down on the grass, maybe
like a feature or something.
Yeah. And then this is the large greenhouse. I think it's 8x12, this one. And because I'm moving from the back there, I used to have staging all the way around, but because I've got 2 greenhouses now for one plot, I don't think I need all the staging. So I get my little snooze chair out, and have a little bit of a kip if I need to. Yeah,
it's looking good.
Yeah, and then onto the back plot, as I say.
The one you're giving up?
The one I'm giving up. Used to be able to walk in through there. This now looks very, very desolate. But it holds so much water from sort of literally halfway right down the middle, from here all across that side. It was just, you could get a canoe.
Yeah.
A canoe down it. So it were pushing me for time. It were making it more of a chore than a hobby.
Yeah.
So I made the right decision to give it up. So hopefully, once you've taken the pallets, the only thing I've got to move is this big planter behind you. That's going to go into one of the beds in the middle. I'm going to paint it up. I'm going to reline the inside.
Good.
And that will be it. That will be it. I'm hoping this Sunday to give the keys back to the committee.
Any people come round to have a look at it? Yeah.
There's a few people been and had a look, and I see the faces when they look and think, oh god, that's compared to likes of that one next door.
Yeah.
But what they don't know is that one next door doesn't hold the water. This one does. So I think that the committee have got to be honest with people. If you're going to come on here, you're going to have to do something, raise beds or something on this side.
So that it's not all waterlogged.
So that it's not all waterlogged.
Yeah, you don't want someone to take it on and then 2 months later.
No. Well, the thing is, if I don't say no to them, they're only there. I'm only there. Well, they'll come round and film
they'll
me.
Know it's yours, and then they'll blame you for it, won't they?
Yeah. So yeah, these are all the pallets. There's some of these. I mean, there's nothing wrong with these. You can take them with you. You know, if you want them, the pallet collars. They're all right. It's just I don't need them. You know, still got a bit of life in it. You know. So
yeah, they'll be useful. Those, yeah, definitely.
You know, you can, even if you can pass them on to somebody else, you don't want them. But yeah, and this is, if you want to have a look at this, if you're doing your compost base, this is it, sort of like stripped back a little bit. So all I did was I just put a stake down the centre of each one and joined them together.
Yeah.
You know, and then just pull them out. But you've got to have something this size to be able to generate the heat that's needed.
Yeah.
If you don't, you know, Daleks are okay, but you have to wait a bit longer.
Yeah.
So I don't think they heat up as good as something this size. But what I tend to do is cut the grass, you know, for the allotment.
Yeah.
I get to keep the end product.
Why
so
not?
That
Stick
really does help to fire the heat into them. But yeah, so this is the one that hopefully...
It looks very different, doesn't it? To only like 3 months ago.
3 months ago. 3
yeah,
months. As I was saying earlier on, you know, it's very easy to say, oh, well, all I have to do is build another log store. All I have to do is move that greenhouse. All I have to... You know, it's been really, really tough work.
But you're leaving it in a good state, though, which is the main thing, you know, when you look at the other ones.
Well, that's it. You get a lot of people that just disappear. Back in the day, they used to take a bond, but they don't do that anymore. I've said, you know, maybe you should be taking bonds, because then when people leave it like that, there's a few guys on here that will tidy them up.
Yeah.
And you could pass that bond on to them to say, right, if you put that in a good state,
we'll give you the bond.
We'll give you the bond.
Yeah, definitely.
And we're also looking at getting community payback. We used to have those guys come on, and they used to do all, you know, the works that we needed on the roads, all the big jobs. But I think there were a fallout somewhere, and they stopped coming. But I think they're trying to reintroduce them, because there's a lot of people here that are quite old, you know. So getting people in to volunteer to tidy things up like that, you're getting 2 or 3 people, same people all the time.
Yeah.
So I think they need some outside.
The thing is, you need your time for your plot, and then it's like, do you have then time to do other tidy ups and bits?
Exactly. But yeah, this is and it's it's quite a big site. I think we've got 130 plots on here.
Yeah, no, it's a decent site.
Yeah. Is yours quite a big site?
We've got 50 on total.
Oh, right.
You can only drive into a little bit. You can't like this where you can drive round and stuff, but you can, like, I'm right close to the entrance, so it's easier to transport and stuff and things like that. But we've got one massive pond in the middle that they don't know what to do with. It keeps overflowing, leaking all the time.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so they had the IBC tanks to try and pump it through, but then it was all the sludge
and everything.
Yeah. So they've not used it. So I don't know. There's a new committee. They don't know what they want to do about it yet. So watch this space, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, we could do with something like that, because there's a hill from here and it slopes all the way down, but then it lifts up at the bottom. And I think what's happening is they put some raised beds here, and I think what's happening is the water's coming down underneath that, but then it's backing up. But this,
because it can't drain off anywhere.
That lifts up a little bit, so it just forms a pool here, and
and it's your plot that became the pond.
And that's exactly what happened, you know. But I'll be off here soon, so that's going to be a good thing. And it'll give me more time at home for the garden at home as well.
Yeah.
So that's the 2 plots. So what we can do, if you want, we'll go back to the van. We'll get the van round, and we can load it at this side. Yeah, we can load it all up and see what we can take back. Yeah.
Brilliant.
You've got a decent sized van, so.
Yeah. Well, might as well take what you can when you know you can't.
And if you don't need it all, there'll be somebody on your allotment site that needs it. You know, and these are really good, long pallets.
Yeah.
You know, so like I say, I mean, if you have a look at this,
I think one long one at the back.
One long one at the back, and then one down the centre.
Because I was thinking you'd need, if you had the small ones, you'd need like 5, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd need
and
one,
then the front
2,
as well,
3,
so you'd need
4,
7.
5.
But like I said, if you have one long one, and then you just need 3 small
sides,
ones.
And then all you need to do is make the fronts, which is easy enough to do. You just you can just drop your lats down.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're good pallets. They really are.
No, they're decent things for you.
They work well.
Brilliant.
Right, put a piece of timber like that, screw that onto there.
Yeah.
And then all you do then, and then put a front on, and then that just slides down in between.
Well, that's the thing. I was thinking you could probably take some of the pallets apart.
Yes.
To turn it into the slide.
Into that, yeah. But just all you need is 3 of them on end, and then 3
I've got
faces.
Loads of them. I've got loads of scaffolding boards.
Oh well, you better
at home
do it
as
with
well,
that.
and we've got floorboards as well, so you can reuse those to make it.
Yeah. And then, like you say, you just drop them. But I tell you what, the work when you get them this size, and you just keep any grass clippings, any food from home, anything that you throw off goes in, and they do work. What I do is, I always cover this one up, because this one's the one that's I'm brewing now,
right?
And that's probably going to be ready towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
And then I'll use that. I'll use this one this season, and then
that'll be ready, and then you can put into that one.
Yeah,
I think 2 is enough.
Yeah, definitely.
For the size that you're going to get.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. So I think we'll head over to the van. We'll get things sorted, and then we'll show you what I've picking up and taking back to Manchester.
To the other side of the Pennines. To the wrong side of the Pennines.
The wrong side of the Pennines. Hey guys, what? There's no rivalry here. Don't worry about that. Cool. Right. So we'll see you all shortly. Okay. Okay. So we're back in the van. I'm going to head round to the bottom of Mal's plot, and then we'll load up the pallets and see what we've got. So the next time I see you, we'll be loading up the van. So we're back on the right side of the pennines, and I just brought the pallets to the plot, so I'll show you how much we've got and what we're going to be planning to do with it. So that's all the pallets on the plot at the moment. A couple of small ones here, a couple more small ones here, and then a few big ones. So the plan, obviously, like Mal was mentioning, was to turn this, I'm knackered, turn this into a compost bay with one of the big long pallets at the back, and then 3 of these small, and then make some slats in. Anything I don't use, I'll post to the group and see if anybody wants any more pallets or wood. And then we've also got the pallet collars around here, so I'll utilise these as well for some beds. So productive road trip over the Pennines to grab all the stuff. So let me take a couple of pictures of what I've got and what can be given to the other guys on the plot, and then I'll use what I need to use.
I've been here 8 years, so all this wood's lasted, but don't get...
So I was just editing the road trip video, the one that you just watched, and I want to say that Mal was a great host. Brew and biscuits on arrival. We had a good catch up, set the world to rights, and it was really nice to meet him in person and have a look around his plot and see what's going on. And we were talking a bit about March Madness, about everyone gets crazy around March time and just starts sowing. And we were saying that, you know, it doesn't really matter if you start sowing in March or if you wait till the end of March, middle of April, it all goes out at the same time because you have to wait for the frost. But obviously if you sow in March, you have to keep things alive indoors. You have to keep them growing on, keep them potting on. And I don't know about you guys, but when I sow early, I tend to kill everything because I've got not enough space, and 2, I just can't keep things going on and potting on. So don't worry too much if you're not sowing at the moment, even though it is 7th of March and the weather's warming up. Mornings are still frosty. It's still going to be a while before the first frost has disappeared. Like round here, we're looking at April time before the frosts are finished. So don't worry too much. Don't stress too much. Just do what you need to do, and everything gets planted out exactly the same time, and it all grows on exactly the same time. So thanks again for Mal for having me over at the plot. I'll put a link to his channel down below, and obviously, like I said, I'll show you what I get up to with all the pallets and everything that I picked over from Mal. So hope you all have a great week, and you've been watching Growing with Plot 21.